Hello, everyone. Okay, can you guys hear me? All right, can you type one on the chat if you guys can hear me from the Zoom and the Facebook people that are in tune with our live webinar? Okay, sige. All right, sige. Ongoing na rin ang mga dumarating sa Zoom. And now we have almost 2,000 viewers also in Facebook. So mas madami sa Facebook. Okay. Hello to the Zoom and to the Facebook community that are watching right now. Okay. Sige. Mag-i-start na po tayo para proceed na rin tayo also sa mga Facebook na viewers. Kita nyo na rin kung ano yung pag-uusapan natin today. So today, we are here, another live webinar of me, Architect Danny and Dayan. So this is a free webinar para sa ating mga kabahay na community. And this talks actually is about usapang titulo. So kung meron kayong mga lupa at meron tayong mga title, dito natin itatake lahat ng mga ideas and lahat ng mga kailangan nyong malaman kung ano ba ang meron sa titulo nyo at paano ba may interpret to. At kung may mga questions kayo, masasagot lahat yan ng ating guest speaker for tonight. So without further ado, I will just give a short introduction to our guest speaker. Astounding, very astounding. Kasi our guest speaker is a real estate broker since 2015. Okay? And she's also a real estate appraiser also since 2015. Top 4 seller siya in Alveo Land noong 2017 and top 1 seller in Amaya Land 2024. Okay? Head broker of SC Real Estate Brokerage Services. Relaunched this January 2025. Handling end-to-end real estate sales, transaction, negotiation, closing, documentation until transfer of title to the new owner. Okay, ensures hassle-free real estate sales transaction. Okay, ang daming achievement ng ating speaker for tonight. So, let us all welcome our esteemed guest speaker for tonight, Miss Broker Beyonce.
Hi everyone, good evening.
Hello, hello.
Yes, I'm broker Beyonce. So, yan. Today we'll be discussing about mga titulo. So, Architect Danny, thank you so much for your introduction. So, I think I should share now my screen with you. All right, let me just. Okay, sige. Wait lang. I-share ko lang. Alright. Sige, sorry. Medyo may ano lang ng konti. Ayan. Okay. All right. Can you see my screen? Okay. Sige. Okay. So yan. I think na-introduce naman ako ni Architect Danny. Yan. Thank you so much for that. Okay. So, yan, baka nagtataka kayo bakit broker Beyonce. So, sige. So, for my real name, yan. I'm Cheryl Ramirez. So, yun nga pa, nabanggit po sa inyo that I'm a licensed real broker since 2015. And I'm also a licensed real estate appraiser since 2015. So I started my journey in the real estate para lang may idea kayo kung paano ba ako nagsimula. Ano ba, ahente po ba ako kagad? Hindi pa. Actually, I'm a businesswoman. I'm doing buy and sell. So nagkaroon lang ako ng idea to sell a property way back 2015. Tapos sabi nila, para magbenta ka ng property, kailangan license ka. So, there, I took the chance. Sabi ko, sige, I want to sell a property kasi. So, way back 2015, ano pa kasi siya before, it's a seminar that we have to take, at least a minimum of college graduate ka, any course. Basta 4 years grad ka, if you take the seminar and you take the PRC board exam, at pumasa ka, you're a licensed broker. So, right now, it's different na kasi. You have to be a graduate of BS Real Estate Management. I'm not sure if everyone is aware of that. Pero yun, ano na siya, it's a full course already. It's a 4-year course. And then once you finish the course for 4 years, you'll take the board exam with the PRC. Kasi madalas din ito natatanong sa akin. So, kwento ko na rin sa inyo. So, pag pumasa kayo at pumasa sa board exam ng PRC, then you'll become a licensed broker. So under our RESA law or Real Estate Sales Act, yung bago nating law for real estate, mandated na lahat po ng magbebenta ng property is a licensed broker. So yun po. And more about what I do before when I was starting, 2015 I was I was a freelance broker din nun. But since I didn't have the enough selling skills at that time, medyo nahirapan tayo. Nahirapan tayo mag-start ng ating real estate brokerage. So by 2016, a year after that, I enrolled myself or engaged myself with a developer, which is Ayala Land. So luckily by 2017, I was part of the top 4 sellers of Alveo Land. Ang Alveo Land po is Ayala Land brand na mga high-end na mga properties yung binibenta. And then, naging manager din po ako with Ayala Land for quite a few years. And then, nung nag-pandemic, I had to medyo nag-stop ako ng konti with real estate because there was an opportunity for me to do online digital selling. So medyo dun din nagkaroon tayo ng chance to see how the online business does. And medyo nakapundar tayo doon ng another business which is our Progress Gym. Meron kaming gym business. Pero parang ano, hinahanap pa rin ng puso ko yung real estate. So after when medyo okay na yung pandemic, by what you call this, by 2022 bumalik po ako. 2022, I came back and I chose the project that I want to offer to my clients. So I engaged with Amaya Land naman po. And luckily we were able. Sabi ko, hindi pa rin pala tayo pumapalya. Kumbaga kahit medyo 2 years tayo nag-stop with real estate, pero selling pa rin talaga yung aking ginagawa. Yun, nakabalik tayo. We were able to get the top one, in God's grace, yung top one seller for Amayalan 2023. So right now, for 2025, it was my decision to really start the brokerage ulit na sinimulan ko even way back 2015. So currently, we just relaunched my SE Real Estate Brokerage. This actually very fresh, end of January lang, nung nilaunch namin siya. So, nung nilaunch namin siya, right now I think we have already 2 sales. So we were able to help owner from the south. Hindi ko pa paangkin yung pangalan pero Muntinlupa property siya. We were able to help him sell his property. So hanggang transfer ng title, ganun po yung ginawa namin. And also, I still have agents with me na nagbebenta ng mga properties under developer. So, yun. More about me, medyo marami na, puro ako na lang. Ito, last na lang to. Kasi sabi nila more of personal naman about myself. So, ako po ay a mother of 2 already. Yes, I have a 12-year-old son and a 7-year-old. Pero aside from my kids, a mother of 2 pa rin ako ng another business. Ayan, I have a Progress Gym. Yun nga yung nabanggit ko sa inyo. This is a 5 floors gym in Caloocan. And also, I have my Beyonce Digitals. This is my digital marketing business. And in here, we cover end-to-end online marketing sales transaction. From website creation to sales funnel optimization, CRM integration, professional calendar, automated email marketing setup and payment gateway. So it's our all-in-one automated CRM system provider. So isa po 'yun sa ating business. So yan po. Anyways, yan. I think I should go now to our topic about properties. Ito po yung aking pinaka-love. So yan. So alright. Bakit nga ba? Understanding property titles is crucial in property transaction for several reasons. Bakit nga ba kailangan natin maintindihan yung mga property titles? Why is it very important for sales transaction? Number one, a title, it's a proof of ownership. A property title serves as the legal evidence of ownership. So it confirms who has the rightful claim to the property. So yung mga buyers po, kung kayo po ay isang buyer ng property, you have to ensure na yung seller na kausap nyo ay siya po yung legitimate owner ng property na balak nyo pong bilhin. So this is to avoid fraudulent transaction and future na mga legal disputes. Ayan po. All right. And next will be protection against fraud. Okay, protection against fraud. Parang ganun na rin po. Property transactions can be subject to fraud din kasi. Pwedeng i-forge yung documents or yung mga individuals selling the properties, they do not really own the property. So we have to do our due diligence talaga. So number three, a title also it's a security of our investment. So a clear title, a clean and clear title reduces the risk associated in purchasing real estate, ensuring buyers invest their money in a property that is legally safeguarded. So this is very important po kasi yung pag na-secure yung investment natin para we will avoid financial loss. So yun po yung pinaka-importante no kasi nga po yung iba sa atin nag-invest sa property to make sure that our money will grow. All right? And number four, understanding on encumbrances. Ano nga ba yung encumbrances? There are certain encumbrances when you pag pinakita sa inyo ng seller yung titulo nila. May makikita kayo doon liens, mortgage liens. Probably when they bought the property, um they bank finance it. So naka-encumber po yung utang nila sa bangko kung hindi pa nila ito nababayaran. So makikita nyo po yun sa likod ng title. So it's important for you to understand this also. All right? Next, facilitating loan processing. Number five. So facilitating loan processing will be faster. Kumbaga, lenders will allow you to have your property loan to them easily. Titles can having what do you call this? Loans require clear titles. Okay? For property loans. A clean title facilitates smoother financing process. So kapag nakita nung bangko, kunyari gusto nyong i-collateral yung inyong property. Kunyari kayo yung seller, you wanted to use the property to finance building another your home or gusto niyo kailangan niyo lang yung pera for emergency. So it will be easier for the banks to loan you a property in collateral to that kapag maayos yung title ng property pinapakita natin. All right? Sige. Next one is ease of transfer. So a clear and correctly documented title secures ownership can be easily transferred to new owners. So this can expedite the sales process and decrease the chances of dispute occurring after the transaction. So making the property more marketable. Okay? And then for the buyers naman po, the buyers will have number 7, informed decision making. So knowledge about the property titles will allow yung potential buyers natin to make informed decision based dun sa title status, market value, or legal standing ng property. So this understanding can guide buyers on whether to proceed with the purchase, negotiate better terms, or seek alternative property. So, medyo ano yun, kung medyo they found out that your property is yun to, yun talaga. So, we have to make sure yung binibenta rin nating property is clean title. It means it's clear of any adverse claim or any encumbrances para madali rin natin siyang naibibenta. And lastly, legal compliance. So real estate transaction requires compliance with legal standards regarding property title. Understanding titles helps ensure that all legal requirements are met, reducing the risk reducing the risk costly of legal disputes or penalties post transactions. So, ayan. So in conclusion, in summary, a comprehensive understanding of property titles is essential for someone involved in the real estate transaction. It protects the buyers, safeguard the investment, facilitate financing, and ensure a smoother transfer process. So yan. So nalaman na natin yung importance nung yung maayos na title. So ano nga ba yung mga titles? So 'di ba may mga iba-iba klaseng title. So I'm pretty sure some of you are familiar. um, some of you might have transfer certificate of title, yung may mga titulo dito, or yung may mga condo. For sure, you have this condominium certificate of title. So we have here our list of types of property titles. Actually, mas marami pang other types of titles, but I just have here yung mga most common. So for the understanding of everyone, siguro I'll explain this for. So first one, let's start with the original certificate of title. Ano nga ba ito? The the OCT. This is the first title issued in the name of the registered owner by the Registry of Deeds or yung tinatawag nating RD, covering a parcel of land which had been registered by virtue of judicial or administrative proceedings. So yun yung unang title na na-register. So it's called the original certificate of title. Ano naman yung tawag sa title kapag nagkaroon na ng bentahan? Alright. Ito na yung papasok yung ating TCT. Or yung second one, yung Transfer Certificate of Title. For sure, maraming, ayan, kadalasan ito po yung mga titles na hawak ng mga owners ngayon. TCT, so to describe this is the title issued also by the RD in favor of the transferee to own the ownership of the already registered land has been transferred by virtue of a sale or other modes of conveyance. So meaning, eto na yung in-issue ng RD kapag nagkaroon ng bentahan ng property through sale or other modes of conveyance. Meaning, example, pwedeng donation. Yan. May iba kasi, na-encounter ko to before, yung deed of donation sa isang client ko. Kasi boy pa yung mother niya, ginawa nila, donation. Donation yung nangyari since buhay pa yung mom. So, ginawa nila, nagbayad sila ng donor's tax. So, hindi ko madalas sinasuggest to kasi medyo mas mataas yung tax sa donation. It's 20% of the selling price or the zonal value, whichever is higher. So, yun yun, difference. Kasi sa sale kasi, ang binabayaran lang is 6%, which is what we call CGT or capital gains tax. Later on, may kita nyo rin yan. Pakita ko rin sa inyo yung mga taxes na binabayaran sa pag-transfer ng title. Alright, so moving forward to my next slide. Okay, eto, pinakita ko lang dito, here, will be I'm pretty sure some of you may have an idea or yung ibang medyo hindi pa aware. Well, for reference of everyone. The ones on the left side, this is the old. Ito yung, actually, nakakahawak pa rin talaga ako ng mga ganito. Ito, yung benta namin this February. Ganito pa yung hawak ng may-ari. This red one. This is the old paper title that is being issued by the RD. So ngayon kasi, they are encouraging owners of the property na computerized na or digital na yung mga title. So, right now, kapag yung mga old na ganito, pina-digitalize, magiging ganito na po yung itsura niya. So, nag-iiba na po yung borders niya and there's also a QR code. So, may mga safety features pa rin naman to. But nonetheless, it's the same pa rin naman. Ikwento ko na lang din. Baka some of you might have the old title, tapos balak niyong ibenta. Okay, recently I have a recent sale din. Old title nga yung hawak nila. Tapos nung chinek na nung what do you call this? Chinek na nung buyer. So nag-due diligence na siya. He checked the certified true copy sa RD. Nakita namin that the TCT is ganito na siya. Actually, hindi pa ganito, pero naka-outline na siya ng blue. Tapos may order dito sa gilid na the owner is suggested to computerize this title. So, Xerox copy ng original yung nakadikit dito sa color blue na outline. So, tapos yung TCT number din po ay pinapalitan ng RD. Pero makikita nyo naman po yung history. So, wag po kayo magtataka if ever may magpapabenta sa inyo. Iba yung TCT number na makuha niyo sa RD. Explain naman po yun ng Registry of Deeds. Kasi po, pag trinanswer from the original to the digitalized or computerized title na po, nag-iiba po talaga yung TCT number. Yan po. So, for the knowledge then of everyone. Alright. So, ito medyo, this one is about transferring naman. So, syempre, alam na natin yung title, ano ba yung ginagawa? Ano ba yung mga steps na kailangan natin gawin when we are transferring a property dito sa Pilipinas? So, there are several process, right? Pero number one, prepare nyo muna itong mga following documents. Depende kung if it's applicable. So, number one is the deed of course, absolute sale. Depende pa rin 'to, may mga iba kasing deed of conditional sale, depende sa type of transaction. But nonetheless, for the simplicity of our discussion muna and my presentation, DOAS, prepare niyo 'yan kung nagkabentahan na po. So the DOAS has to be signed by both the seller and of course of the buyer. Ayan po. Then next, you have to get the owner's duplicate copy of the title. So transfer certificate of title for land or CCT or condominium certificate of title kapag condo po yung binili nyo. Yan naman po. Next one is the tax declaration. Yan po. Kailangan po nating i-prepare kung for land ba yan, kung lote ba yung binibenta. So tax deck for the land or kung may bahay po yan, tax deck of the improvement. So magkaiba po yung tax deck ng land at nung bahay. Yes. Next one is you have to prepare the certificate of no delinquency. So ito na po yung tax clearance from the city or municipal treasurer's office. Fifth, latest real property tax or ito po yung tinatawag nating amilyar. Ayan. So we have to make sure na bayad po. Kung kayo po ang buyer, you have to ask the seller, ayan, or with the help of your broker, bayad na ba yan sa kanyang amilyar, latest amilyar. So, kailangan po, every transaction dapat, eto pong amilyar or RPT, dapat po, bayad yung latest. So, sa seller side po yan, dapat ina-accomplish. Next one, ito, Homeowners Association Clearance. So, ito minsan nakakaligtaan ng iba. For subdivision, this is applicable for condos and subdivisions. So, syempre, we want kapag binili natin yung property, syempre wala na siyang utang dun sa HOA. So, yung obligasyon po nung nagbebenta sa inyo or nung seller, um, obligasyon po nung seller is dun sa month hanggang nagkabentahan kayo. Ibig sabihin po, yung asok juice po na responsibility po ng may-ari or nung seller until the time na ah, nagkabentahan po, siya po ang magbabayad na. Pero po after the sale has been done, the rest po sa bagong buyer na po mapupunta. Alright. Tapos, next one is barangay clearance. Etong barangay clearance, in some cases lang naman po So, if required by the local assessors lang naman po siya. And the special power of attorney, if applicable lang po, if representative is processing the transfer. Kasi importante po yan, kailangan po may SPA po tayo kung let's say yung original owner po ay hindi makakapunta, hindi siya muna yung makakapag-process. Ayan, sorry. Yan. So, SPA, kailangan po kung nasa ibang bansa, apostilled, or kung nandito po sa Pilipinas, notarized. And then the last ones are the valid IDs, which are important, that has to be provided, yung IDs ng buyer and seller. What do I usually recommend? Two government IDs. Number one, passport. Philippine passport or kung US passport man yan. Driver's license. A PRC ID. Ang basically, ang principal ID kasi po is the one with the birth certificate. Ay, sorry. With a birthday, sorry po. May nakalagay na birthday, signature, and mostly yun po yung dalawa eh. It's considered principal ID na po. Kasi yung mga secondary like yung SSS, secondary lang po kasi yan. Mas maganda po ipoprovide natin, especially po kasi mahigpit yung registry of deeds sa mga IDs. So, we really suggest na yung ipapasa po natin, lalo pag sa transferring na ng title, especially sa buyer, both buyer and seller po, yung ipapakita po ng dating IT's primary like passport, postal ID sa principal ID. So, pwede po yun. Driver's license. Kasi po pag secondary, baka magkaroon tayo ng problema sa registry of deeds. Medyo mahigpit po kasi talaga sila doon. Alright? So, once we prepared these documents, ito pong mga deed of absolute sale, owners, lahat po itong mga requirements na to, we can proceed to the second step. So we can pay for the taxes and fees. So ito po, sa stage na to, nagkasundo na po sila sa presyo, kung sino po magbabayad ng mga taxes, naging klaro na po sa both sides ng buyer at both side ng seller. So, dito na po, we have to pay our taxes para po ma-execute na po natin yung pag-transfer ng title from the first owner to the new buyer po. So, first one is to pay for the capital gains tax. So, this one is usually paid by the seller of the property. How much is this? This is 6%. Ang basis po ng 6% is the selling price na i-declare po natin sa deed of absolute sale or zonal value ng BIR, whichever of those two is higher. Kung sino pong mas mataas yung selling price or zonal, yun po yung magiging basis ng capital gains tax or ng 6% na tax na babayaran ng seller. So, saan po ba to babayaran? Ito po ay babayaran sa BIR kung saan naka-registered, pasok yung property na binibenta natin. Alright? So, ano ba ang deadline? So, ito madalas, mahirap po kasing maliit sa mga deadline ng mga ganitong taxes. So, ang deadline is within 30 days. Kung kailan po na-notarize yung deed of absolute sale, 30 days from that, kailangan nyo na pong mabayaran ang BIR ng 6% capital gains tax. Yes. Bakit po? Kasi meron po tayong surcharge. Surcharge po is 20,000. Then may additional penalties per day po. So ayaw nyo naman po sigurong mas mataas ang bayaran nyo sa mga penalty kumpara sa tax na 6% lang sana. Okay, kasi yan po. So, yan madalas ang na-encounter ng iba. Akala nila okay lang. Na-notarize na lahat, tapos babayad sila after 3 months or ano, kung kailan nila gusto. Pero yun po, may kaakibat pong penalty yan. Alright? Other things that we need to prepare to pay for taxes is the documentary stamp tax. Okay, ito po usually is paid by the buyer ng property. Approximately this is 1.5% of the selling price or zonal value, whichever is higher. At saan po ba ito binabayaran? Of course, sa BIR pa rin po. So ano po ba ang deadline nito? Nakalagay po dito 5th day of the month. Okay, ito po. Sa team po kasi namin, may paralegal team po ako na nag-aasikaso ng mga documents. What we usually suggest, kasi every 5th day of the month, kunyari ano ba ngayon? February, no? So, ang next ano niyan, deadline will be on the kunyari nag-file tayo ng sale ngayon, DOAS ngayon. So every 5th day, so by March 5, kailangan mabayaran niyo na po yung DST. So pag lumampas kayo March 6, may penalty na po kaagad yan, which is ang laki rin po. Tapos per day rin po, kada hindi po kayo nagbabayad, per day din po yung penalty niya. So, ayaw naman po nating madagdagan pa. So, madalas kasi ang iba computed na yung mga expenses talaga, no? So, yun. Usually, what we advise here, kung kaya naman pong i-move, i-move po, minsan ginagawa po namin, 6th day of the month po namin, ninonotarize. Ganun po talaga, madalas. So, yung legal team ko, if ever may mga iba sa inyo kailangan ng tulong dyan, especially sa mga ganitong klaseng transaction, my legal team is very equipped with this one. They can help you. Pero at least, I'm already here guiding you. Kung kaya nyo naman gawin, ito po, ginaguide ko na po kayo. Yan po yung mga deadlines para i-avoid natin yung mga penalties. Okay, next one. Transfer tax. So, transfer tax, ito po yung tax na binabayaran po para ma-transfer yung title. So, dito kasi 'pag nabayaran niyo na po yung DST at saka yung, CGT, mag-i-issue sa'yo ng tax clearance yung BIR. So now, isa yun sa requirement na babayaran niyo ngayon, sa city treasurer for the transfer tax. So this is paid by the buyer approximately 1 to 1.5% of the selling price. Pero mas mababa na 'to, yung mga sa transfer tax. Hindi na siya gano'n kalaki compared dun sa mga iba. So where to pay? Treasurer's office, City Hall. Eto may deadline din po itong transfer tax po, This is 60 days, from the starting date, kung kailan na notarize ang inyong deed of absolute sale. Yes. So deadline din po yan. So we have to make sure na hindi po tayo lalampas dun sa 60 days. And then lastly, we have the registration fee. Ito na po yung sa RD. Ito na po yung part ng RD. Pupuntahan natin para po i-register na po natin yung sale na nangyari. So this is usually 1 to 1.5% or even sometimes depende talaga sa RD. Pero halos magkaparehas lang 'yan, hindi nagkakalayo sa babayaran niyo dun sa binayaran niyo ng transfer tax. Yes, approximately. Deadline, ito medyo dito wala na tayong masyadong deadline pero this is upon submission of documents for registration. Because as much as possible, gusto natin talaga matapos yung transaction hanggang transfer of title na rin talaga. So, as much as we can, yun. Registration fee, binabayaran na rin po. Pero depende, puwede naman nating, sa team ko kasi 'pag medyo gustong mag, magpahinga muna dahil ang daming binayaran po 'no. May mga times na dito lang po sa time ng registration fee nag-a-allow kami na medyo kung gusto medyo magpahinga for a month bago magbayad, 'yan. Puwede po. Kasi dito po medyo wala na tayong deadline, 'yan. Yung sa BIR po kasi, tsaka yung 'yan, yung mga DST and capital gains 'yan, may mga deadline po, tsaka yung 60 days ang transfer tax. So, yun po. Alright, so last, few steps na lang. So, medyo wordy lang, I'm sorry for this one, pero 'yan. Anyways, step 3, eto medyo na-jump off ko na 'to, pero yun nga, 'pag nakabayad na po tayo ng CGT tsaka DSC sa BIR, then you will be able to get the car. Hindi po 'to kotse, Ito po yung certificate authorizing registration. So this is, the certificate that will be issued by the BIR to you when you submit all the documents and receive required documents to the BIR. So BIR will issue you a car and tax clearance certificate. May processing time, 2 to 3 weeks. So, 'yan, ako maximum ko diyan ang minimum ko pala 15 days baka pagalitan na naman ako ng paralegal team ko for this one, 'yan 15 days para hindi po tayo ano, medyo may timeline lang din po kaming pina-provide if ever. Step 4, transfer of title at the registry of deeds. So, after po ng car, nabayaran yung CGT, DSC, so mag-issue ng car, then transfer fee na po mapupunta tayo sa RD. So, we submit the car, um, the certificate authorizing registration from the BIR, the deed of absolute sale, yung mga copy, title, certificate, anong tawag dito? Sorry, certified true copy of title, tax clearance, tax receipt, tas lahat ng mga nagawa natin, then isa-submit na po natin 'to sa Registry of Deeds. So, dito kailangan din po yung original, owner's copy na rin po nung title yung ibibigay natin kasi po ika-cancel na po yun kasi nga po 'di ba nagkabentahan na. So, dito na po kailangang original na po yung i-submit. So, the RD will cancel the old title and issue a new one under the new buyer's name. So, may processing time, 2 to 4 weeks, yan po. So, depende po sa workload nila. So, hindi po natin medyo mana yan. Pero if you ever need help for this, kaya ng team natin yan na medyo mas mapabilis ang proseso. Okay, and step 5, so after magkaroon ng new title, coming from the RD, na-release na yung new title from the buyer, please wag niyo pong kakalimutan to secure then yung new tax declaration from the assessor's office. Kasi akala po ng iba 'pag na-release na po yung new title, okey na po yun. Baka makalimutan po meron pa pong new tax deck na kailangan po nating ayusin. 'Yan. So, I think that's it for the transferring of titles, and I'm now, giving back the floor to Sir Danny or yeah, for further questions or baka meron silang ipe-present? Ayan. Ayan. Sige po. If ever, sige antayin na lang natin. Ayan, si Sir Danny baka may question or anyone?
Hello, sorry, naglalag ang aking Zoom.
Alright.
Okay. Sige, meron pong question from our comments here. Okay, sige. After this comment, maybe we can just give me a few minutes to just introduce ourselves also, and then we can go to
Yes.
comments.
Okay.
Saglit lang po mga viewers. I will just share my screen para mas makita nyo po. Okay. Okay. Naririnig naman po ba ako?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sige po. Alright, introduce ko lang po yung mga sarili namin sa mga bagong nanonood po kasi last time po iba yung mga nanonood, iba naman po ngayon. And sa ating Facebook Live, parami ng parami, nasa 4,000 na rin ang viewers. Now, pakilala ko lang po kami si Architect Danny and Diane. Thank you po pala, Broker Beyonce, for providing a very insightful step-by-step process and also the requirements and the other documents needed and para ma-inform ang ating mga kabahay, especially sa community. Now, after the process of the land, sometimes meron naman tayong pwedeng gawin like our house, pwede rin naman gawin ang ating commercial spaces. Now, me, Architect Danny and Diane are here to help. Kung sakali man na desisyonan nyo na pwede nating patayuan ng structure or anything na pwedeng pagkakitaan yung sa lupa nyo. Now, Architect Dayan is actually an architect and a master plumber here in Philippines. And she is also the top 15 most inspiring negosyantes in Go Negosyo. Okay, and then I am Architect Danny, also an architect and also a global Filipino architect because I am an OFW before in Dubai. And now I'm here to help our OFW community for their dream house and their dream commercial business space. Now, ito ang aming objective. Okay. Nakikita naman po ba ang screen? Sa akin. Alright. Sige, ang matulungan ng mga gustong magpagawa ng bahay at commercial spaces nila dito sa Pilipinas from the design phase up until the permits and then construction. So, here are some clients that we had and also the design from their lot after acquiring their TCT, deed of sale, and other contracts that are they have acquired upon receiving and buying or purchasing their lot. Okay, so some clients like this clients, I'll just pause this one because ang ginagawa nila is pwedeng resort and some subdivision naman is allowed ang pagpapagawa ng resort. So, kung maiisipan nyo, tulad po ng aming client before, like this, nag-generate na siya ng 300,000 per month. Napakalaking halaga for passive income. So, why don't we utilize our lot for this type of business? Maliban dito, meron pa po kaming client before na they're using their lot for apartment business. Kapag apartment naman, you can use mixed-use development. Ang mixed-use development, pwedeng may commercial sa baba, pwedeng residential sa taas. Mixed ang use ng pinaka main na building or structure sa lupa nyo. And this is in Taguig naman. It's generating almost 250,000 a month according to our previous client. Another option naman po is shop houses or Airbnb. This is actually in maganda strategic location talaga siya, like for example sa capital town Pampanga, wherein it's diversifying also the kasi dito sa Manila dine-decentralize na nila yung mga commercial spaces and yung mga available locations like hospitals and other amenities. Nag-expand na rin sila sa Pampanga. So if you want and if you have a lot, maybe you can start this type of business since fast and rapid growing na rin ang community ng ating mga nagpapagawa na mga kabahay at mga lot owners. Another business is build and sell. Sa build and sell naman, usually kapag nagpagawa ng bahay or maybe another residential that has potential na location na pwedeng, kasi for example, medyo maganda high-end yung subdivision, pwede naman po tayo magbenta ng bahay. And of course, kasama na rin also doon yung lupa. So sometimes, Ang ginagawa ng ibang homeowners or lot owners, pinapatayuan ng magandang bahay and nagpapadesign kila architect, like Architect Danny and Dayan, and then naibebenta nila ito with the help of our brokers na rin. Okay? So this is an Antipolo, town and country. Okay. Next ko lang, para may idea po ang lahat, may step-by-step guide po kasi ginagawa si architect. Now, we also coordinate with brokers and real estate agents, yan. Kasi they are the ones that are actually processing sa mga lot. Kaya nga hassle-free talaga tulad ni, ang nabanggit ni Miss Broker Beyonce. Pero kay architect, usually, ang ginagawa niya is meetings, schematic design, and then gagawa niya ng 3D design and then blueprints for the turnover and para ma-submit kay munisipyo or kay bangko or pag-ibig, which can be approved, and once approved, may building permit na tayo, we can construct and you can visit the site. Okay? Next natin. Ito ang pinakamaganda kay architect kasi tinutulungan niya from design magawa or masunod yung design niya sa actual. So, hindi lang pangarap, ginagawa niyang reality kung ano man ang gusto ni client. So, happy si client tulad nito ni Sir. Happy siya kasi nasusunod talaga yung nandun sa dinesign ni architect. Very helpful and very good also to lumapit sa professionals. Kasi tulad nila, Miss Broker Beyonce, professional ang nag-aayos at professional din ang kausap kaysa sa kung sino-sino lang. Okay? We help you get building permits like this, the one in sa likod ng namin ni Architect Dayan. And also, may mga loan programs din naman po para dito. So kung gusto niyo na po talagang pagkakakitaan, meron naman po tayong mga bank loan. And if gusto niyo yung pangarap niyong bahay, para sa lote niyo, meron din naman tayong pag-ibig housing loan. Okay? Marami naman pong qualifications at mga pwedeng requirements na pwede at available sa inyo ngayon para makapag-loan at makapag-start na ng inyong dream na space. Okay? Ito ang itsura ng mga blueprints na sasabit natin kay bangko, pag-ibig at kay munisipyo para may idea lang po kayo. Pag na-design yung bahay, meron ganito. And of course, ang kailangan lang nila are bill of materials and technical specifications. So, very, very minimal lang and very straight to the point ang mga kailangan nila. Tatawagan lang naman sila si architect para i-confirm at para makapag-start na kayo ng house nyo dahil nag-start na rin ang funding ng loan. Okay? Thank you very much kasi I hope and we really hope with Miss Broker Beyonce and Architect Diane, we really hope na lumapit po kayo sa professionals and meron po kami mga suggestions and recommendations naman para mas mapabilis at smooth and transaction at walang hassle din ang pagpapagawa ng bahay at pag-acquire ng lote. So if you have a lot at umabot na sa point na nag-groundbreaking na tayo, congratulations po. Maraming salamat po sa pakikinig. And if you have questions with Miss Broker Beyonce, I will give again the stage with Broker Beyonce. Sige, babasahin ko na lang po, Miss Broker Beyonce, yung mga questions and then maybe you can
Okay,
answer.
sir.
Okay, we have a question. Here muna po tayo sa Zoom, mamaya po yung sa Facebook kasi marami. Sa Zoom, sabi po ni, sorry, Sir or Ma'am Virginia. Ma'am Virginia, good evening po. Can I ask what if there is a minor typo error in the tax declaration? Example, instead of name Bertram, it's Berthram. Can it just be corrected upon selling into a new tax declaration? Maraming salamat.
Ayan, good question po, kay Ma'am Laksamana. For this one ma'am, nagkaroon kami ng ganitong transaction for tax deck. Depende po kasi dun sa magpo-process pero po usually, pinapa-correct po nila 'to, yung tax to make sure po na yung tax deck is same dun po sa naka-declare. So, kailangan pong paayos po natin 'to for this, minor issue ng ano, ng I think ano lang 'to 'no, mali lang yung sa spelling. Usually for this tax deck na naaayos naman 'to ma'am. Opo. Ayan, I hope I've answered your question. Pero kailangan po siya, yes.
Alright. Sige, I hope Miss Virginia nasagot po ni Miss Broker Beyonce yung question. Ay, another question from FB Live naman
Mm.
po. From Miss Anderson ata ito. Ay, Gutierrez. Sorry, Miss Teresita Gutierrez. Kung yung title is New Subdivided Lot and gusto ko na matransfer pero hindi pa maibibigay ng seller kasi sabi in 3 years pa matatransfer yung title. I think yun na po yung question.
Okay. Hello. Sige. Kung yung title is yung subdivided lot. 3 years pa matatransfer yung title. Ano to? Siguro developer to, no? Small developer yung pinagbilan nyo. Kasi kung developer po, sila po talaga yung may responsibility for the transferring of title. Unless ito po ay another resale property, kasi po doon, pwede po yung pag-usapan. Pero pag developer kasi may sinusunod silang, pag nagsasabay-sabay po kasi nila yung transfer niyan eh. So, am I right po ba, ma'am? Ma'am, kung saan nyo po nakuha tong property? Ayan po. Yes, yun nga. So, may timeline po kasi yan, sinasabay usually ng developer yung pag-transfer. So, minsan ano na lang po, follow up yan for the developer with regards to this one.
Okay.
Alright,
Right. Sige, I think mayroon pa bang questions? We'll check with FB.
FB, sige.
May question lang na, is it possible to have the recording of the session? Can give an email. For that, ma'am, you can go to our Facebook page, Architect Danny Dayan. Mapapanood niyo pa rin po yung live sa Facebook page po namin.
Ayan.
I think we're cleared naman na, no? I think wala naman na question. But I want to give a shout out rin po for our Zoom attendees for tonight. Mr. Angelito, Mr. Jesse or Miss Jessie po. Miss Virginia and Mr. Ruben. Mr. Ruben attended last ano rin, and Miss Teresita. And to Harley and Ruby and to Jill. Hello Architect Jill. Welcome to the ano. And also to our Zoom, actually sa Facebook medyo mas madami. For Zoom, medyo ano lang. Okay, we have a lot of questions din. But for now, I think wala naman ng questions. I think okay na rin naman si Miss. Wait, meron pa daw.
Ayan.
Okay, sige, may question pa.
Ayan. Sige, follow up po about the typo. What if the two parties, seller and buyer, agreed na sa new tax deck na lang baguhin yung typo? Possible din po yun. For this one, sige ma'am, I think I need to double check on this. Kasi depende rin minsan po sa kung i-accept ng office yung ganitong agreement. Pero usually kung pag tax deck kasi depende po kasi yan ma'am. Sige po. I think I need follow up answer ko to sa inyo ma'am. Sige. Kung agreed upon no. Sige po.
All right. So, I think any other questions pa ba from our Zoom? Okay, if may mga questions kayo, you can always message. Tama, message si Broker Beyonce. Miss Broker Beyonce, maybe you have a Facebook page you want to plug also in your ano or social media?
Yes. Opo. Yung Facebook page ko, yun din naman, Broker Beyonce, yung nakalagay doon. Siguro pwede ko naman send yung link, no?
Yes.
Yeah, probably I
Ito
can
po ba
send.
is nationwide or Manila area only po ba?
Kami naman, with regards kasi to my team, when we transfer properties, anywhere naman around the Philippines, yan, yung hawak namin. So we can do transfer south, north, kaya naman po. Yung rate na lang siguro, depende kung magpapatulong po kayo sa amin mag-transfer. Kasi po sa amin end-to-end eh. From all the documentation, kami na rin po magpo-process. Para may idea lang rin po kayo, usually pag Metro Manila, yung team ko po, hanggang transfer na po ng title, usually ang processing fee lang namin would range between kapag Metro Manila, 25,000. Tapos wala na po kayong iisipin doon, lahat ng documents, lahat ng contracts, kami na po magda-draft. Even my lawyers will be the one to do all the contracts for you. So lahat naman po siya nakaayos. Ayan.
Ako, Broker Benz, may question ako. Paano
Yes
yung
po.
process from, let's say,
Yes.
agricultural land to transfer to let's say, going commercial?
To
Bilis lang po ba
commercial.
yun?
Depende. Though hindi pa ako nakapag-transact ng ganyan. Pero depende kasi sa zoning kung i-allow pa nila. Kasi may ibang areas kasi ngayon na very particular na sila. May mga iba kasing 'di ba medyo wala tayong anong tawag dito, national, what do you call this? Yung zoning, yung nagsimula kasi before, walang designated for residential, commercial. So wala pa na-establish. Pero lately, may mga ibang areas na nagde-declare na dito sa area na to, residential lang, dito industrial. So depende po sa location ng property. If we could still convert that agriculture to to like residential or commercial, kung suited siya for that particular area. Kasi,
Alright, I think may umabol pang question from our Facebook.
okay.
Sabi lang po is, kasalukuyan ako nagpapaprocess ng transfer ng title sa nabili kong property. Sadly, yung copy sa Registry of Deeds ay for COD pa. Ang question ko is, gaano po ba katagal usually ang process ng COD sa RD? Yun po kasi ang nagpapadelay ng process ng title, which delay na ako sa BIR for CGT. Thank you sa sagot.
So sa RD, nag-request siguro sila ng ano yan, no? Kung di ako nagkakamali, transfer certificate of title, yun ba yung delay? Or kung yung mga tax deck ba yan? Actually mabilis kapag hindi pag pumunta kayo sa mismong RD. Minsan on the day nakukuha kagad nila or 3 days, actually 3 days. Mas mabilis siya. Yung isa kong client na nag-due diligence, pumunta talaga sila sa treasurer's office. Tapos ano lang po, 3 days lang nakuha na nila. So mabilis po namin nakuha yung mga initial requirements for like tax tech, TCT, ganyan po. So minsan ganyan po na-encounter talaga namin kapag for delivery, medyo matagal po sila. Kaya nga rin po ako, usually pag ganyan, prior to even signing the DOAs, pine-prepare na po talaga namin lahat. Or minsan, sige, parang may hack na lang din. Minsan, medyo dinadelay lang namin ng konti yung pag-notarize, yung date, to make sure lang po ma-cover namin lahat ng requirements. Pero of course, with the consent of both parties naman po yun ginagawa naman po namin lahat open para lang po yung mga taxes kasi po yung mga deadlines pong yan. May mga iba, ma-delay ka lang ng 5 araw. Oh my God, mas mahal pa yung penalty sa tax. Ngayon naman po natin sana lang ganon. Yan po. Alright. Ayun, suggest ko po, if ever, instead of ordering yung online, punta po kayo dun mismo sa RD. Mas mabilis po talaga siya. Or kung gusto niyo po ng tulong namin, mas mabilis po kami mag-ayos niyan.
Alright,
Ayan
message
pa.
yun si Broker Beyonce, matutulog kayo ng mabilis. Okay,
Yeah.
from Zoom po, may question si Sir Angelito. Same lang po ba ang timeline ng transfer of title kung naka-mortgage sa bank?
Transfer. Yan. Okay. May nagawa kami niyan before. Medyo matugo po yan. Pag nakabangko, actually, kung maaari lang po talaga. Medyo mahirap po kasi sa atin ngayon sa Pilipinas, lalo kapag mga ganyang naka-mortgage. Actually, dito po sa mga ganyang, yung pag-transfer, um, naka-note po kasi sa magiging deed of conditional sale nyo. Since ang bangko po kasi, just to explain the context, ang bangko po kasi magpapautang. I mean, naka-mortgage, no? So, kailangan bayad na. So, minsan yung ibang seller, um, yung gagawin kasi nila para mabayaran nila yung bank, dun sa portion ng payment, dun nila kukunin. Alright. So kung ganun po yung transaction nyo, naka-mortgage yung property from the seller side, babayaran. So dapat stipulate na lang po dun sa DOAS na yung mga allotted payment for the mortgage, naka-segregate na po yung bayad. So yung madugo lang po, kaya ako nabanggit na madugo, baka po kasi yung binabanggit nyo namang sale is from a seller tapos iba bank finance. Baka mali po ako ng understanding iba bank finance nung buyer. Medyo yun po yung madugo. Kasi po, yung transfer naman po ng title nun, ini-indicate po sa deed of conditional sale na itatransfer na po kagad yung property dun sa new buyer kahit wala pa pong payment kasi nga po ang bangko nagpapautang lang kung kanino nakapangalan yung property. Kaya po ang ano po diyan, itatransfer na po kagad sa new buyer bago sila itatransfer na sa new buyer yung title bago pa sila actually mabayaran. So may mga ano diyan, medyo minsan madugo yung transferring nung gano'n. So I'm not sure baka mali lang po ako ng gets dun sa question. Pero either way, um, for kapag may mga mortgage, kailangan maayos po muna yung utang sa bangko. Kung yung binibili niyo pong property ay may encumbrance pa po. So kailangan po pag naka-indicate po sa deed of absolute sale yung amount dedicated for the payment of the mortgage to the bank. So calculated na po dapat 'yan. Pero yung transfer po for that, yun will once clear naman po yun, depende kasi minsan yung bangko matagal din sila magtanggal ng encumbrance, depende po sa processing nila. So minsan dun po nagkakaroon ng delay. Ayan po. Medyo dun lang, kasi kapag clean title, medyo mabilis na kaya naman. Pero pag may mga ganyan kailangan tanggalin sa encumbrances, depende po sa bangko. Ayan. I hope I answer po your question. Ayan.
I think follow-up lang po niyang
Sige
comment
po.
is full payment na daw po sa bank.
Full payment na sa bank. Okay. Oh, that's good. Hintayin na lang po natin matanggal for cancellation yung encumbrance dun sa title sa title. Matanggal yung encumbrance ng mortgage lien, yung utang sa bangko. Then after, dun na lang po medyo ano yan, palitan lang po dun sa bangko para po mai-provide nila yung documents. Then dun pala magsa-start, mai-transfer po dun sa new buyer. Yung new title, yung processing po ng new title.
Ay, another question po pala
Yes.
from Ma'am Teresita. How about inheritance property? Do you also handle it?
Yes, ma'am. So, mga estate po. Yan. So, for inheritance, so we do handle, yes, kung yun po yung tanong. Yan, may mga lawyers naman po, the paralegal team natin that could help you. Depende po kasi sa situation. Kung ang property po ay meron pong naiwan na will or wala. So, it will depend po yung magiging documents na i-prepare po natin. Yes, we do handle po. Don't worry po, lahat po ng mga yan, mga problema sa mga titulo, kung may mga tagapagmana or yung deed of, yung pag-divide ng mga sa mga tagapagmana ng property.
Okay, another
Alright.
question naman po from FB Live naman po ulit.
Yes.
Miss Nora Cordon, wow, hello po. Okay lang po ba kung notarized deed of absolute sale lang meron while waiting for the developer to issue the TCT?
Okay. Usually may clients akong ganyan, so developer tong binili, no? So pag ganito, usually initial nilang binibigay is DOAS. Pero for some, kahit pre-selling po kasi ma'am, meron na po akong na-encounter kahit pre-selling pa lang yung property. Yung iba pong developer kasi nakakapagbigay na rin po sila ng copy ng title. So may mga clients po ko bago pa na-turn over yung unit, meron na silang nakuhang title. So depende rin po sa developer. Pero kung tanong niyo po kung okay lang, pag notarized naman po yan, nabigyan na kayo ng notarized copy, that's already of course, okay na po yun, executory na po yun. Hindi na po yun, kumbaga, um, hihintayin na lang po natin na ma-process. Kasi minsan, ang nangyayari po, may delay lang siguro yan sa master title ng developer. Kaya minsan natatagalan yung release ng title nyo. Kung I think kung condominium po yan, yung CCP po, baka dun lang po nagkakadelay. Pero having your DOAS na notarized, that's already very important for you to have. Yes, especially pag fully paid na po kayo. Yan po.
Okay.
Alright.
Alright, so, okay, may mga, I think ito, from FB Live, thank you po, from Archmidoy, from Architect, Servas Dandigan, watching from Dubai. Maraming salamat po sa
Yan.
Okay, awesome. Wala daw, sabi ni Mr. Sita. Okay, I think okay naman na ata sa questions kasi sa Facebook, wala na rin natang question. So if wala naman na rin question, it's already 8. Okay, thank you daw from Miss Nora.
Hi, thank you din, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Salamat. Okay, you can always message Broker Beyonce on Facebook pag may mga follow-up questions kayo. Especially kung magpapagawa na kayo or magpapaayos kayo ng mga documents. Broker Beyonce and Broker Beyonce's team can handle everything
Yes.
end to end. Okay? If okay naman na po ang lahat, since 8 o'clock na rin, would it be okay if I can request mag-photo with Broker Beyonce? Pa-open lang po ng cam. Saglit lang po na photo. And also sa FB Live, sa mga nanonood, if may time kayo, to share your ideas or stories. Alright. Ayun, nandiyan pala sila Ma'am Virginia, Ma'am Teresita. Okay. Sige. Alright. Sige, mag-screenshot na ako. 1, 2, 3. Alright. Thank you po sa panonood. And nag-send na rin po si Broker Beyonce ng Facebook link. Maybe you can save that link so you can message her. Any
Ayan po.
encumbrances or encroachment na nagaganap? Meron siyang solution dyan.
Papagalitan po natin yung inyong kapitbahay kapag nag-encroach po siya.
Yun ang kailangan natin. Alright.
Yeah.
So, thank you for a one hour na madaming learnings from Broker Beyonce, and thank you po for attending this live free webinar about usapang titulo. Maraming salamat po at magandang gabi sa lahat. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah po.